Oh, hi. Welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and it sure is nice to put a face with a voice, right? And hands too, because you guys just see my hands and just hear me talking as I'm working with the cards. So this is the first video that I am putting my face on it. I don't know what the technical term is, but Spirit just keeps pushing and asking and asking, and I finally said, okay, let me just do it. Yes. So this last reading for this series is going to be for Cancer. So all right, I'm still in my window. You're just not going to be able to see my cards just yet because I haven't quite figured out how to get the picture-in-picture going, but I'll get that going. So I've already smudged the decks, and we're going to do an oracle card as well. And I'm using the TrueBlack Tarot by Wang. I just love this deck. So, all right, so I'm kind of off of my usual spiel. So I guess this is the part where I say, Cancer, if for any reason this reading does not resonate for you, is not fitting your current situation, then you can try your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your sidereal placements as well. And another thing that I've been suggesting people do is to go through my videos list, no matter what sign it is, and see if there's a spread or a title that catches your eye, and perhaps maybe that reading will shed some light on your situation. Essentially, we have all 12 zodiac signs in our chart because of the house system. So even if you don't have any planets or conjunctions, placements in a sign, you still have a house in that sign. All right, so it is going to rain. Actually, it just started raining. All right, Cancer. Oh, let me split the deck for you. Might be a little dark in here, but everything seems to look all right. All right, so I split the deck, and here we go. Okay, Cancer, let's see what we have for you. Oh, Two of Cups, water energy, the King of Wands in reverse. Oh, and then the Knight of Swords. So Pisces had the nice Knight of Swords as well, and very interesting. Okay, I don't know where to put this. I don't have a nice setup yet. I do eventually want you guys to see the cards, see the deck as I'm pulling them, but I guess I can just show you when it's necessary. So we don't have any major arcana here in the major energies that are going on, but I do see that there is a relationship that you're working on. However, there seems to be some kind of hesitancy on your part. Maybe you're not putting in all of the passion, and you're not there 100%. But I do see that you are willing to put some more effort into it. I think perhaps maybe you might just be a little hesitant, and you're not quite sure what to do. And the reason why I say that is because though we have the Knight of Swords here, he's our fastest moving knight, and he makes decisions and acts on them very quickly. We do have the reverse King of Wands here, and he is air of fire, and so he's our very passionate knight, or passionate king, passionate energy, and he really wants things. He thinks about things, he understands things, and he decides what to do with them. Maybe not as fast as the knight, but he has a more mature energy than the knight does. The knight is very quick to move, very fast acting, whereas the king, he's very cerebral and very thoughtful as to what he wants to do, how he wants to do it. So that's why I feel like there is a little bit of hesitancy on your part, and it's because of the reverse King of Wands. All right, so now I'm going to use Tarot of the Abyss by Tourian. We're going to dive into this message a little deeper. So it's also a little nicer because I'm sitting, I'm not standing. I find it a little easier to read when you're sitting, just because I'm used to sitting. When I started making videos, I stood because of my windowsill, and actually the windowsill is a little bit higher than my chair is. I do have a stool over there. Let me see if this stool works a little better. Okay. Sorry about all this. I should have got more set up, and you know, actually I've been getting messages to do to put my face in the readings for quite some time now, and I've been semi working on it. I've been working on it, and so this is a little better. Let me get a drink. Okay, I guess I'll put this down here, and it just wasn't working at the time. How did my sugar skull get down there? That's interesting. Okay. All right. Now this is better. I feel a little higher, not so low. It still is not as comfortable because I'm in front of a windowsill. I don't have a place to put my knees. Okay, so I'm going to split the deck. Maybe I've already done that. Eventually we'll get the picture-in-picture for those of you that like to see the spread as it goes. I will have something, somehow, some way. I'll put my face down at the bottom. Okay, there's my head. It's not so cut off. All right. I appreciate your patience, Pisces. If you're anything like my Pisces daughter, you're probably a little irritated with all this moving around. You know, she likes it. Let's get it done. And that's kind of how I am too. I'm like, let's get it done in certain situations. All right, so for the Two of Cups, isn't this a nice Two of Cups? That broken arrow is indicating that there's no fighting. It's just harmony. All emotions are harmonious and getting along and mixing together well. So for the Two of Cups, we have the Three of Swords, air energy. We have the Three of Wands in reverse, fire energy, and then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. That's interesting because we have the Two of Cups. Okay, so for this deck, there are two Three of Swords, and this one is more along the lines of numerology. This is like the creation of understanding, right? So you see this young man here is opening a book, and he is taking the information and putting it into his brain, and he's assimilating it and understanding it, and he's putting it into his mind, his reality. Then of course we've got the Three of Wands here in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So what that kind of says to me is that this relationship, you're looking at it in a way of trying to understand it on a cerebral level. You're not coming at it in a way of pouring your entire heart into it. You're not. It's kind of like, okay, I've got the wife, check. I've got the car, check. I still got to get a dog, but we have the house. You know, it's kind of like you have this idea in your head, and you're just checking it off on a superficial level. You're not really getting involved in it. You're not bringing that lovely Ace of Cups energy into it. You're not bringing in that Three of Wands where you've created something with all your passion, and now you're seeing the growth in that, right? That's kind of absent from this, and that's kind of how I felt with this King of Wands as well. You are in your mind, and you're acting on it in the way that you feel it needs to be acted upon. This rain is marvelous. I was going to water my compost pile, but the vegetation obviously loves rainwater a lot more than hose water. So I'm glad I didn't water it this morning. So this kind of further confirms you, Pisces, being in your kind of too much in your brain, too much in your mente, cerebral energy. So let's get a read on this King of Wands in reverse for you, Pisces. Ooh, we've got the Sun in reverse. Oh, then we've got the Emperor upright, and then the Seven of Cups. So yes, that does further solidify. You do need. With the Sun and the Emperor here, the Sun's in reverse and the Emperor is not. So the Emperor is that great architect. He's that wonderful bringing things into this reality, excuse me, bringing them in a way that it's going to work for everybody, right? And however, with the Sun being in reverse, the Sun, you're needing to shed some light on the fact that you're coming at it in too much of in an Emperor kind of way. You know, the Emperor, he's very hard. He doesn't have a lot of emotion put into it. He's just, eyes on the prize. It needs to get done. I don't care, who gets hurt. I don't care what trees get cut down. We need to build a hospital. Now, I mean, that's okay, of course, because we need a hospital, right? But, cutting down trees, can we find another way around it? So I feel like you're totally in this inner Emperor energy where you're just trying to build without without putting into enough of the passion, enough of the desire, the true desire, that really type of desire. So we also have the Seven of Cups down here, and that's kind of living in a fantasy land, right? That's kind of heads in the clouds, not really seeing what's going on. And it's very interesting today because I did a reading for Cancer, I did one for Aquarius, and now for you, Pisces, and all three of them are love related. Pisces, we've got the Six of Swords in reverse, air energy, then the Ten of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so the way you're thinking and acting on this is, in a way, it's counterproductive. I think you're deceiving yourself. I don't think it's going to bring you the happiness and that final happy ending that you've kind of been hoping that it would. And I think you're being asked to take a new way of thinking, to kind of go a different route. So whatever it is that you're doing, Pisces, I think you might need to get in touch with your softer side. I think you might need to be a little bit more vulnerable in this relationship, and maybe allow your true self, your true being of who you are. Allow your partner to see that, and not be afraid to be who you really are, because when we hide a portion of ourselves, we're denying ourselves that ability to shine. And then eventually that part that gets denied becomes darker and darker, and we will soon get tired of hiding that particular thing. So the ultimate goal of a relationship is to be harmonious with one another, be accepting of one another, and of course no fighting, but that's always going to happen. We're human, but we need to get to know each other on a fundamental level, on a level that we are vulnerable with one another, that we understand one another, and we're just comfortable. Like that's our person, and when we hide things like that, or we pretend something that we're not, we're being deceitful. So I urge you to put a little bit more passion into your relationship. Be a little bit more, instead of this King of Wands in reverse, be the King of Wands upright. And this guy he's very passionate, he's loving, he takes action on things. And in regards to this Two of Cups, he's passionate in the relationship, and he's understanding in the relationship, and he does things that fosters more of a he does things that fosters an environment where openness is appreciated and desired, right? So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Let's draw an oracle card, and this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And the artwork on here is pretty cool. It's kind of like a collage of pictures in muted colors. So we're going to see what kind of information we can gather, or what kind of wisdom can be imparted on us by this oracle deck. And sometimes we just need some kind of random answer to just initiate, ignite, or give us an intuitive little push, so that we can move forward, so that we can make things better, so that we can be happier. And that's what life is all about. It's about learning and growing and trying out new stuff. All right, let's see what we have for you, Pisces. Dun, 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 dun. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, or Jesus. My Mexican is showing. Okay, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. All right, Anna, grandmother of Jesus. So I don't know about that. So Mary's mom's name was Anna? Can somebody let me know about that? I don't really know. Okay, so page 88, which is number 16, and that works to 7, which is the magical number. 7 is the number of the occult, mysteries, hidden things, finding things out. All right, Anna, grandmother of Jesus, was an ancient mystic who dedicated her life to laying the foundations for Christ consciousness to be woven through all life. She is not widely known, but without her, Christ consciousness would not be rising as it is today. Anna represents the quiet dedication that is sometimes required to live a life of service. She represents the generations that came before that devoted their lives to dreaming a new world into being while knowing that they would not see the glorious end result. She represents the dutiful soldier, the unconditional mother, and the mystic who can see the thread that is woven through all life. Anna teaches us that we all have a part to play in the divine plan. It doesn't have to be on the world stage to be significant. One person's part is not worthier than another. That's my cue to pick up my daughter. One person's part may be to mother their children. Another's may be to gather women in circle each month. No part is better or worse, more important or less significant. We each have with us a seed of light that we incarnated to share. Anna is gathering us all to remember and surrender our part of the plan. All right. So let's see, the divine plan. You know, perhaps this is your part to play in that. You and your partner are going to teach each other how to be more loving and how to be a part of a relationship that is true, a relationship that is not built upon fantasy. A relationship that has that true passion in it, and a relationship that you guys are vulnerable within one another, and it's not just about, what can we have in this material world, how does it look to others. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope this helped in some kind of way, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and nice to meet you. So I'll see you next video. Take care.